Hello everyone and welcome to my morning report analysis videos on Friday the 22nd of February with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a relatively settled look to markets today, nothing too significant in terms of direction, a very slight move higher on the euro, lower on the sterling. Yeah, just a little bit of mixed moves across the commodity currencies. Nothing really doing in terms of direction on gold and silver either. Gold basically flat after that big decline yesterday. Also oil just ticking a shade higher. You can see that through the dollar index, which is basically flat on the day. We've had yields that ticked higher. But that tick higher has actually just started to unwind again. We've got this these continued talks between US and China over the trade dispute, and that's sort of progressing. And Donald Trump is meeting the Vice Chinese Premier today, which obviously is with a view to sort of moving the talks forward. And you've got the deadline of 1st of March coming up next week, so it's sort of getting towards that time now, and markets are really looking for some sort of traction, I suppose, in the talks. And given the fact that it's sort of nothing really new has come out of the story in recent days, we've seen equity markets that have just basically settled down a little bit now, just a shade higher on the European session. S&P 500 down yesterday 0.3, but back up 0.3 today, so as is pretty much. And basically we're sort of in pretty much a wait and see mode, really. You've got a load of Fed speakers today, which could have an impact certainly on the outlook for monetary policy. You've got Williams, you've got Richard Clarida, who's the vice chair, James Bullard, Dovish, Randall Quarles, who is slightly hawkish side. So a bit of a mix going on there. So it'll be interesting to see how what the balance comes out with from that. But in terms of data points that we've had today, or got today, I should say. We've had the German IFO, which again has fallen away, 98.5, so it continues to fall. That's 6-7 months in a row now of declines, and sort of falling to 2-year lows now on that German IFO. So again, not great data coming out from the Eurozone there. Into the later in the morning, we've got the Eurozone, the flash inflation data today as well. Which is for January, and I thought that was final inflation. Okay, flash inflation supposedly, and that's expected to be reiterated, I think, at 1.4 and 1% on headline and core. Yeah, I think that's final data. I think that's wrong. It should say final. And then yeah, it says that. And then that's it. Pretty much it today. Sorry, I was getting a bit confused there. Anyway, right, so chart of the day is Euro Yen. Now, what we have seen, interesting, Euro Yen, I think is a very interesting chart actually, because we've seen Euro Yen, which has basically consolidated sideways. It's traded around the old long-term levels of 2460 to 2490 area, and traded around that, but it's now starting to edge higher, and that edge higher is now testing that key downtrend. That key downtrend is coming to a point at which the RSI is up around the mid-50s again, pretty much where the selling pressure has started to resume once more. The MACD lines are bang on neutral, and if you zoom in, you can also see that the market is bang on the 55-day moving average, this red line here, which again through November, December has capped the upside. So it really is a bit of a crossroads here for Euro Yen. If it breaks out above that 26 area, 126, that would really start to, I think, improve the outlook considerably towards that 2710 to 2750 next pivot area. And I think that would be an interesting moment, because it would come with momentum indicators which would be turning increasingly positive again, sort of, well, best it would be since for about 5 months. So that would be a bit of an interesting turnaround, I think, on Euro Yen. So there could be something in the air here, considering what we've seen in recent days. So I just got to do that. Get rid of that spike tail to see better, and it would bang on that downtrend now. So yeah, a breakout above 126 figure could really improve the outlook, certainly the medium-term outlook for dollar yen and start to really sort of gain a bit of traction to the upside. Now, in terms of your hourly chart, you've got this this pullback towards 25.40, which has been a bit of a historic pivot on euro yen. And that's finding support again, and you've got the momentum indicators turning up, RSI around that 40 mark turning up on the hourly, MACD lines around neutral turning up. So this is certainly a suggestion that little corrections are a chance to buy, and I think that is a pretty decent little uptrend that we've had in the past week or so. So it's an improving chart on euro yen, and it's starting to edge to a more positive configuration. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later.